Gaza's defenders have released 7 prisoners of war in a low-key but deeply symbolic ceremony that revealed the undeniable truth about the defeat of war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu. He could hardly believe what unfolded. After months of destruction, siege, and refusal to negotiate, it took diplomacy, not bombs, to bring the prisoners home. Netanyahu sold his people the lie that by razing Gaza to the ground he could force freedom for the hostages, yet this moment has shattered that illusion. A video now circulating online shows one of the released prisoners kissing the forehead of a Gaza fighter before boarding a Red Cross vehicle, a gesture that spoke louder than any press conference. It showed humanity surviving where propaganda said none existed. YouTube is trying to suppress this footage so that Netanyahu's deception can continue to fester. So, like this video and share it far and wide to reveal the truth about who acted with dignity and who hid behind lies.
نتابع معك الذين تم تسليمهم 24 أسيرا وبقي قيدا على قيد الحياة وبقي أسير واحد.
Before we continue with more videos, in Israel, anticipation and unease hang thick as the families of the 7 freed hostages prepare to welcome them home, while others make desperate video calls demanding to know the fate of their loved ones still held in Gaza. This development is more than an exchange. It's a major victory for Gaza's resistance, a demonstration that peace and progress can only come through diplomacy, not annihilation. Reports now suggest that as many as 20 living prisoners may soon be released, exposing once again the fabrications of the colonial regime that insisted all captives were dead or hidden in endless tunnels. But Spanish television has added new weight to the truth with a damning investigation. The Spanish media's expose laid bare the deceit behind Israel's claims about the so-called tunnel networks beneath Gaza hospitals. This revelation comes as Ismail Haniyeh's son broke his silence.
شكرا للبنان شكرا لحزب الله الذي يخوض المعركة تلو المعركة شكرا لشعبنا هناك في لبنان في المخيمات في اللجوء شكرا إلى كل دول العالم.
At the same time, a hacker collective has once again breached Israel's cyber defenses, leaking files that expose the Zionist regime's vulnerabilities at the height of the ongoing prisoner exchange.
The hacker group has published names and photos of over a dozen people involved in Israeli crimes, including the Gaza genocide. Handala released information under a title, Israel must now wait a harsh punishment. Source of data is not disclosed, and according to information on Hanzala's website, named individuals work for Israel's Air Force, military industries, key intelligence technologies, and intelligence operations units. Released data includes personal information such as education and work backgrounds of the targeted individuals. Hacker group has warned the individuals are under its watch for punishment. Pro-Palestinian hacking group had previously launched a series of hack attacks on Israeli fuel distribution systems, regime's air defense systems, and military satellites. Hanzala also infiltrated the much-hyped Israeli air defense system, the Iron Dome.
Today's prisoner releases shatter every illusion Israel's war machine has peddled, for after all the thunderous bombs, the only thing that actually pulled prisoners from Gaza's depths was negotiation, not obliteration. Under the ceasefire deal, Gaza officials began delivering the 20 living hostages, as I have pointed earlier, while Israel, in turn, is to free nearly 2,000 Palestinian detainees and return 28 bodies of the dead, diplomacy doing what months of siege, raids, airstrikes failed to evoke. Peel back the veneer and what remains is a stark indictment. Israel prosecuted a grinding, indiscriminate war that smashed hospitals, homes, schools, yet the captives lingered until mediated terms unlocked their chains. If bring them all back was the professed aim, the ledger is damning. Negotiations succeeded where the military thundered and fell silent. Consider the scale. By mid-October, over 67,000 Palestinians lay dead, some 90% displaced, Gaza's arteries severed, its cities leveled, and still no mass liberation of hostages until parties convened, terms were drafted, transfer protocols enforced, overseen by neutral hands. Calling that destruction victory is a grotesque inversion, a confession that the war's logic was bankrupt, its aims illusory. Netanyahu and his clique kept reciting the litany, eliminate Hamas, dismantle its rule, deter forever, while the living truth lurked beneath. Israel's armed might could not wrest prisoners from Gaza prison darkness, only a mediated architecture with international intermediaries, phased exchange, oversight mechanisms could. If you need neutral actors and cross-temporal bargaining to accomplish what your warcraft cannot, your entire invective against diplomacy collapses. Thank you for watching. Support honest journalism by subscribing to the channel. This way you will keep me going. Until we see next time, God bless.